medicine right now, bud? Hi. He was just eating a little bit of the canned food over here. Hi, bud. Hi. Good boy. Good boy. Hi. Okay. Here's Stripe and Midnight. I'm gonna go out and feed Morris now. Oh, Morris! There's my sweetheart. Good morning. Oh, goodness. Come here. Come here. Good morning. Good morning. Hi, bud. Well, I think for a while yesterday it was so hot in his area in the cat hotel, he was over here. He was here at midnight. It got up to like 55 in there on the thermometer yesterday, so it got pretty warm. So we're headed up to Durham today for my mammogram. We'll leave around 10:30, and they're usually pretty efficient up there, but it's like an hour each way. It's just where my doctor is. I go where she gets the results, and it's the same staff or the same guy reading them year after year. It seems kind of the right idea to continue to have the same radiologist crew looking at my images versus moving someplace closer. I always hope, obviously, for an all-good response and we don't need any more pictures. That's the right answer. Well, I knew this would happen. I'm a little surprised that it happened this soon. He's got blown over by the wind. Not actually, but you know. Well, I took back over filling the 2 bird feeders down there this morning. I'll try to get to the bird bath this afternoon when we come home. It's still pretty icy around the bird bath. Yeah, everything's looking good. We're in the 40s today for a high. So no worries about icing or travel during the day kind of thing. It's talking about a little bit of a trace to an inch of something tonight. We're under a winter storm advisory for the ice potential, but they're saying it's not going to be anything. You know, the more they tell you it's going to be nothing, the more I get worried. Johnny's back on campus this morning, and I had included in the opening pictures a really tall snowman. They must have got on each other's shoulders to get those snowballs up there. I'm really impressed with it. It looked like a ton of fun. Johnny said he thinks one of his friends helped to build it. There's still a lot of snow on the ground in Charlotte. As you can imagine, it's taking longer for it to melt there. We're in the car. We've got on red today. Yes, and it's showing 11:29 arrival, and they wanted me there at 11:30. So we've got good timing. Unfortunately, my 3D print was supposed to be done, and sometimes they add time on the estimate. There's a loose animal or chicken here with this person. Are they on a leash? Okay, they are on a leash. It added 10 minutes to the initial estimate, and we couldn't wait for it to finish, so that was kind of a bummer. I sent something I thought would finish so I could start something else, and my efficiency, my duty rating, my, what did you call it, Donnie? My
capacity factor.
Yeah, I'm upset because I could have been printing while I was gone, but no, I'm trying to print more roses for one of my Valentine's Day 3D printed wreaths, and those roses actually take a little bit, there's a little bit of filament there. They got really beautiful ruffles, and thankfully that print is printing nicely. We've had a couple of things printed that showed the same line problem. I feel a little bit defeated about it, but you know, so things that I'm printing, I want multiples of. I'm printing one, and if it looks good, then I print more, and if not, I'm kind of debating holding off on it. So, but anyway, the roses look good. They look normal. It seems more rounded edges are good, and more, you know, rectangular type things, tall things are not good. I don't know. Don't know what next steps are there. Well, obviously we're on a delay because it's 10:52 in the morning and the elementary school kids are just getting on the bus. There's a lane over here. We were in that lane. She saw the bus and the truck. She got in this lane. If she didn't know that was a bus, she would be trying to go around these people and keep going.
That's
so the
right.
fact that she's tucked in over here means she knows what she's doing.
Because we're even in hurry right now. So, I mean, she would definitely be looking to get around these stopped vehicles.
Yep. Now there's a car that's come up over there, but that's fine too. But anyway, I think that was a good... We haven't had a situation where we've correctly stopped for a bus like that we've experienced. We've seen lots of them because usually we're just behind the bus and it's a single lane road and the vehicle in front of you stops, so you stop. But that time there seemed to be some intelligence there of, yeah, that's a bus and I'm stopping for it. And I would say that I don't think she could see the stop arm of the bus where the camera was. I can't say for sure. I don't know if Dawn could see the stop arm, but I don't think she could see the stop arm. And
well, before she got over, she could definitely see the flashing lights because the red lights on the bus flash when they put the
stop arm out.
I saw the red flashing lights, and there's no way that she didn't see the red flashing lights.
Sure. Well, I would think there were several cues that the training data AI could make use of there, from the flashing lights to the stop arm to the fact that the bus is stopped in a lane, to the kids piling in on the side. I mean, there was lots of visual cues there of I'd better follow appropriate law-abiding safety bus things. Don just got busted by the car because he was holding his coffee cups, keeping his hands warm. Like his hands were here and the coffee cup was in it. And the car, I don't remember the official wording, but it said your hands must be available for FSD.
That's right.
And then after it popped up the message, it started flashing him. So when he put the cup down, all was good. But not only do your eyes have to be on the road, but it has to think your hands are ready too. And we have not actually seen that before.
Right. That was a first.
That was a first. I guess we've had a fender bender here. There's a couple cars in front of the cops.
I think that's a bust. I don't think.
Oh yeah, there's a couple of cop cars. Yeah. 3 cop cars, including a...
Oh, that's one of those Raptors.
So the pickup truck, the vehicle that was pulled over, had a paper tag, and it looked like the person driving it was just standing there talking with the cops. I can't imagine what would have caused 3 of them to pull over the vehicle, to show up to back each other up on that vehicle. But then the person is obviously just standing there like nothing, he was on his phone like he was waiting for something. Maybe, I don't know. That was weird. That was weird. I can't imagine. Don keeps on wanting to warm his hands. Maybe he should just turn on the heated steering wheel and hold it up there. But he had the message again, and I want to capture it. So where he's paying attention, but his hands are occupied.
That's right, paying attention.
Okay, please keep hands ready to steer, is what it's saying. All right, you can fix it.
All right.
Goes away pretty quick. As soon as he set the cup down.
Yeah.
It went away.
Yeah.
We got here on time. Don and I had some good household sorting, planning conversations in the car. We haven't been walking around the track as much. And we used to do all of that stuff when we would walk around the track. That was the time to, hash out stuff. And I mean that very positively. We're never hashing out things that are typically not super troublesome. So anyway, so that was good that we had that hour in the car. I think we're done, but we might pick up on the way back. Oh, I got to walk past these Japanese maples that they butchered. It's so hard to see that they manicured Japanese maple trees. So we're on our way home. They got their 5 images. Results will show up in my chart. I'll probably look at them before I go to the doctor next week, but maybe not. Anyway, there's a plaid, newish Model X. We're playing follow the leader here. Follow the X, follow the X. We believe the X is probably in FSD because as we've been following along behind them, we've been mirroring turn signals and lane movements, except that they're closer to that traffic and might have the max set higher, so they may be making additional movements. But we just changed interchanges, and it was turn signaling and moving at exactly the same times. And now that we're coming up on this traffic in hurry, we're also getting moved around the traffic.
We're actually in standard right now. I changed it.
Okay. Yeah, we got up to 90 in hurry, and that was like, nah, we don't really need to be good. We're not in that much of a rush for Dawn to get home and go back to work. We are stopping at Harris Teeter also.
Well, this is pretty much what always happens. If you go away on a rainy day, that's when every package you've ordered gets delivered. That's the cargo divider, it says, and this is subscribe and save.
Well, here's the parts for bag 8. Getting ready to get started. Got my handy helper here who thought I might be putting more food down. Maybe when Mom's done with Legos. Well, I did bags 8 and 9, and I've got the second floor, the purple area and the green area done. And a little bit of the tan, but I guess probably bag 10 is going to finish the front window area here. And I'll do that tomorrow. 2 bags tonight is good. I love the typewriter and the telephone here with the lamps and the board with the sticky notes on it, the crime board. Now, that was a very interesting feature. Oh, and there's a kitchen net here. Yep, a little place with a kitchenette, a sink, a stove, and a cabinet area.